Have you ever wondered if one day you woke up and realized that today was the last day of your life, what would you regret the most? It would not be the money, the fame, or the chances you missed to become successful. It would be the moments when you forgot how to love yourself. Today's story is the true journey of Anita Moorjani, a woman of Indian descent who was born and raised in Hong Kong. In 2006, Anita was diagnosed with terminal cancer. She fell into a deep coma, and the doctors said she only had a few hours left to live. But then, something miraculous happened. In the very moment she left her body, Anita entered a world filled with light, a place where there was no fear, no pain, only pure love surrounding everything. And from that place, she discovered something she had never truly understood before. The power of healing lies in love and in accepting yourself. If you have ever felt not good enough, unworthy, or completely exhausted by life, stay with this story, because it might help you look at yourself with softer, more compassionate eyes. And if you believe that every soul carries a spark of love within, please subscribe, share, and leave a like, so we can spread this message together. The message that only when we learn to love ourselves, we truly begin to live. On the morning of February 2nd, 2006, the hospital in Hong Kong was filled with a heavy, silent atmosphere. The white light shone down on Anita Moorjani's frail face, just skin and bones. Her entire body was swollen from fluid buildup. The doctors told her husband, Danny, that Anita's body was completely shutting down. "She will not make it through the night," one doctor whispered. Danny held her hand tightly, his eyes red with tears. He did not know that at that very moment, Anita could still hear everything. But instead of feeling afraid, she felt something extraordinary. A deep, peaceful calm spreading through every cell of her being. Then suddenly, she felt light. So light. All the pain disappeared. She realized she was leaving her body. Gently, like a leaf drifting away from its branch. Anita looked down and saw her body lying still on the hospital bed, surrounded by doctors, nurses, and loved ones who were crying. But to her, nothing was frightening anymore. She sensed another version of herself, brighter, freer, overflowing with love. She said, "I was no longer that body. I was part of something vast, beautiful, and beyond all words." The moment she thought of Danny, her husband who was standing in the hallway, she was instantly there, as if distance no longer existed. Anita could hear everything the doctors said outside the room. She could feel her husband's pain, and she understood something profound. The soul is not limited by space or time. From that very moment, Anita's near-death journey began. A journey that led her to the source of love itself, where the line between life and death simply disappeared. As she left her body, Anita felt herself drifting into a radiant space, a realm of warm, gentle light that felt like the breath of the universe. The light did not blind her eyes. Instead, it soaked into every particle of her being, as if it were embracing a soul that had endured too much pain. She said, "I had never felt so deeply loved. In that place, I was no one, no name, no illness, no fear. I was love, and love was me." In that boundless expanse, Anita realized she was not alone. A vast presence, which she called the light, was communicating with her, not through words, but through the direct knowing of the heart. Every question in her mind was answered instantly, without a single sound. She saw her entire life replaying before her eyes like a movie running backward. Every pain, every mistake, every fear. None of it was judged. Instead, it was wrapped in a tender energy, complete understanding and pure compassion. Anita saw her father, who had passed away many years earlier. He smiled at her, his eyes filled with love. She understood that he had never truly left. He was simply existing on another level of energy. They did not need words. They communicated through love alone. Then, the light revealed a truth she had never known before. Every soul that comes into this world carries one purpose: to experience, and through that experience, to learn how to love itself. When we forget this, we begin to fear. And fear is the root of all suffering. At that moment, Anita realized that for so many years, she had lived in anxiety, always trying to please others, always trying to be good enough, until she lost herself completely. Cancer, she understood, was not her enemy. It was a mirror reflecting all the fear she had carried for so long. And as she returned to love, everything began to change. In that radiant light, Anita no longer knew whether she was alive or dead. There was only one feeling: freedom and absolute love. Within that brilliance, she sensed a sacred presence, soft and nurturing, like the embrace of a mother. It had no form, no voice, yet every time the light touched her soul, Anita felt her very cells melting into pure love. She asked silently, "Am I dead?" And immediately the answer came, not as a sound, but as a deep knowing. There is no such thing as death. You are simply returning to yourself. Anita understood then that what humans call death is not an ending. It is only a transformation, a shift from one form of existence to another. There is no end, only a return. The light showed her a vision of two choices. If she stayed in that realm, all pain would end. There would be nothing but peace. But if she chose to return to life, there would be a mission waiting for her: to share with the world that loving yourself is not selfish. It is the path to true healing. The light said to her, "When you live in fear, your body reflects that fear. But when you live in love and trust, every cell within you transforms. You are the creator of your own reality." Those words were not philosophy. They were truth, something Anita could directly feel. She saw the energetic structure of her own body, each cell, each stream of light responding to the frequency of love. She understood that if she went back, as long as she held on to that knowing, her body would fully heal. Then that gentle voice spoke again. "It is not your time yet. Go back and share what you have seen. Tell them they are already whole, even when they believe they are not enough." Anita responded with a wave of consciousness. "If I return, can I take this love with me?" The light smiled, and the last thing she heard before everything faded was, "That love is who you are. You cannot lose it, because you are made of it." In that instant, Anita felt as if she were kissed by light, and then she began to fall, falling gently, like a feather floating back to the earth. When Anita opened her eyes, the white light of the hospital room was still there, but this time it did not feel cold. She could feel life returning to her, like warm electricity flowing through every cell. Everyone around her stood in shock. The doctors looked at the monitors, unable to believe what they were seeing. Anita, the woman who had been declared just hours away from death, was coming back to life. Danny, her husband, held her hand tightly, trembling and crying. Anita smiled weakly, but in her eyes, there was something different, a deep peace, as if she had just walked through the doorway between life and death. The doctors immediately ran tests. The results left the entire hospital astonished. The tumors in her body were disappearing rapidly. After just 3 days, a large portion of the cancer was gone. And within 3 weeks, Anita had completely recovered, something no medical explanation could account for. One of the doctors wrote in her file, "Recovery cannot be explained. No sign of metastasis, no further treatment required." Anita knew this was not a miracle that came from the outside. It was a power awakened from within, a power that emerged when she truly accepted and loved herself. Years later, in an interview, she said, "I was not only healed from cancer, I was healed from fear, and when fear disappeared, my body began to listen to the voice of love." From that day on, Anita dedicated the rest of her life to sharing her journey with the world. Her book, Dying to Be Me, was published in 2012 and quickly became an international bestseller, translated into more than 45 languages. In her conversations with experts such as Dr. Rangan Chatterjee, Anita often said, "Modern medicine heals the body, but only love heals the soul. And when the soul is healthy, the body naturally finds its balance." The woman who once stood at the edge of death now stands on stages around the world, smiling and speaking to thousands of people. "I did not come back to talk about death. I came back to talk about how to live." Since her near-death experience, Anita no longer fears death, and more importantly, she no longer fears herself. She realized that what causes the deepest pain in people is not illness or loss, but the belief that they are not enough, not worthy of love. During her talks, Anita often speaks in a gentle yet powerful voice. "We do not come to this world to be perfect. We come to experience, and through those experiences, to learn how to love ourselves unconditionally." She shares this message with those who are suffering. You do not have to try to become a better person. You just need to remember that you are already good enough. That acceptance opens the door to healing. Anita explained that in the presence of the light, she realized something deeply profound. Every thought and every emotion is energy. When we live in fear, our bodies respond to that frequency by shrinking and closing down. But when we live in love, the body expands, relaxes, and naturally returns to balance. Love is not just an emotion. It is a state of energy, and that energy can change everything, from the cells in your body to the way you see the world. Those who have listened to Anita speak often describe feeling embraced by a warm, gentle energy. She does not preach. She does not promise miracles. She simply shares the truth of her own soul. That love needs no reason, and only when we learn to love ourselves can we truly love others. She often tells her audience, "Start today. Look into the mirror and say to yourself, 'I love you.'" At first, it might feel strange, but slowly, something beautiful will happen. Your heart will begin to open. Anita believes that what the world needs most is not more medical breakthroughs, but a new wave of love. A reminder for each person that we are whole, we are worthy, and we are light. Perhaps the real miracle in Anita Moorjani's story is not that she recovered from cancer, but that she truly began to live for the first time. No longer living to please others, no longer living in fear or guilt, but living with gratitude, with the belief that every breath has meaning and that every human being is a spark of eternal love. She said, "When I was with the light, I realized there was nothing to do to become worthy of love, because I was made from that very love. And if you are hearing these words, maybe you are also going through a difficult time or feeling lost in this vast world. Please remember, you do not have to become someone else to be loved. You only need to allow yourself to rest in your own embrace. Slow down, take a deep breath, and whisper to your heart, I have done enough. I am worthy of love, right now. That is the message Anita wanted to share with all of us. That healing does not begin with doctors, medicine, or miracles from the outside. It begins with you. The moment you choose to love yourself unconditionally. And if this story has touched your heart, please help spread that light with a share, a like, or a simple subscribe. Not just to support this channel, but to let a new seed of love and peace grow in someone's soul each week. Just as Anita did when she came back from the light to say one simple truth. Love always wins, and you are the proof of that.